Nektunez is also here with me, and it feels good, to have both of you around. Nektunez, welcome.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. First time in Kumasi.
Yeah, first time.
And I've seen you move around, especially in Accra.
Yeah,
but not in Kumasi.
Nah.
I think it wasn't time yet.
Yeah,
but now it's the time for you to come.
Yeah, now it's the time. Yeah,
but people don't know this, or most people don't know this. There's a claim of Nigerian nationality on you. How do you find that?
I don't know how to take it, but I mean, I don't mind. People think I come from South Africa too, so it's all part of the game. The last time last week I was in Nigeria. I went to shoot a video with Timmy for the new music, and then I went to the security checkpoint, and then the immigration were like, "Why are you holding a Ghanaian passport?" I said, "I'm Ghanaian." They were like, "Nah, it's a lie."
What? They were asking why you were having a Ghanaian passport?
Yeah.
And they didn't believe you were Ghanaian.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? Is it the sound? Is it how you got popular?
Okay, to be honest, before this whole thing, like I was working with Nigerians more. I wouldn't lie. Like I was working with Nigerians more. I loved Nigerian music. I love. There were these people who wanted to try something new. Like when you bring something new, like it doesn't take long for them to actually understand what you're trying to bring, and then they just jump on it and then make vibes and music. So I kind of felt their direction and then felt more comfortable working with them.
Wow. Was it that you were reaching out to Ghanaian artists and they were not willing to work with you?
Not that. I mean, I was working with some Ghanaian artists. I have the likes of Mega EJ Tripsy and then Camido. Yeah, I was working with Camido before, like this whole thing. His EP, like I did like 98% of the production, did the mixing and mastering on everything. So it's like, and then I was working with Walasi. I had worked with Manifest at a point. So I don't know. I just love people who were making alternate music. I don't know.
So Nigerians were much open for the sound.
They would rap. So let me tell you, like 90% of my following is from Nigeria.
Wow.
The song blew out from Nigeria, and then I have like Nigerians, like top artists from Nigeria, TM me themselves and be like, "Yo, let's work. Let's do this. Let's work." So when the opportunity comes, like you just grab it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wait for people from my country and be like, "Okay, I'm from Ghana. I want to work with all the Ghanaians." Whoever comes, I'll just.
Is it that we're not doing something right as a people? Is it that we don't love our sound so much that we need validation from the outside to accept ours?
I don't know, honestly.
Because you agree with me that one song that made you popular in Ghana was the amapiano remix you did with Goya Meno. Yeah. And a lot of attributions was even given to Nigeria. Right. Till many of us realized, he's Ghanaian, and then they held on to Nektunez.
Right.
Would the story have been the same, or would it have been the same if you started out from Ghana?
I doubt it. Yeah, because honestly, at the beginning of my career, I felt Nigerians. At the beginning of my career, I felt Nigerians related more to my sound, and they were actually reaching out more. So my focus was all like on Nigeria. And then my guys that I had with me, the guys I mentioned, Mega Tripsy, Scott, Camido, Walasi, like they were my guys from way back, so I still held them close.
How's the alternative sound doing now?
I mean, it's doing well. The likes of Amare, they are making waves. The likes of Black Bones from Nigeria making waves, and it's all, for me, I feel it's all about good music. Okay, back to your question. I think we Ghanaians are too focused on the kind of sound we have, like our traditional sound, and then we are so much comfortable with the audience we have. When people embrace us in Accra, Kumasi, then we are okay. We don't make music that the white man or someone in Europe can relate to, or someone in America can. If I show you the stats on my record, right, the number one streaming country for the record is France, followed by US, Germany, and they are all European countries, and then including America. So the thought I had when I was making this production was, why don't I pick something from Europe, pick something from the Western world, pick something from Africa, pick something from my country, and fuse it together. So that was the whole idea when I was making amapiano and soul.
That's your EP.
Yeah, EP. Yeah. So you would hear the record was like amapiano sort of, but it's not like 100% amapiano. I listen to electronic dance music, so there is fusion of EDM in that beat. At the same time, I went to pick 1996 ancient vocal, so that will appeal to people in the old age and people who like classicals. And then I had pop elements in the beat with the synth and all that, and then I had a little bit of Afro beats elements in there, and then I had a little bit of South African elements. So it was just me picking up different cultures, and then that actually translated into how well the record did, because in my head I thought like Nigeria was the number one streaming country until the Spotify wrap-up came in, and like it was France.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
must we refine our sound as Ghanaians?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, like in Africa, a lot of like sounds are built on like high life music. The likes of Osibisa, those guys, they were really doing authentic music fused with jazz and all that. So for me, I felt if we can go back, take those sounds, merge it with like the Western sound, because we can't always be performing in Ghana. You want to perform outside Ghana, and people can relate to your song. So if I go out of Ghana and then my beat starts kicking, when they hear this synth or hip hop tone in it, they will definitely relate to it, because like they feel they are also a part of the record. That's what CK, Rema, the guys are doing.
But others also believe in the sound and cultural exchange, especially with the fusion of it. Let's say a high life sound fused with some EDM, fused with some hip hop. That should work. Yeah, for me it's all about like being creative, like picking like different stuff and putting them together. So if you want to go for the indigenous Afro beats, indigenous high life, blend it with EDM, blend it with pop, blend it, like why not? Currently, how would you say your status as an artist from Ghana is like, and also in Ghana it's like, are you would you say you're accepted
in Ghana? I can't tell. That's for you to answer. Do you think so?
Well, I'd say as a sect, just like same people know Nektunez, they know. I'll not lie. The song with Goya is big.
Yeah, it's very big.
It's a huge record. And necessarily they might not know Nektunez was behind it, and he probably not even know who Goyameno was. But they mess with your sound a lot. And so I'd say for your personality and for you as an artist, is a sect, a group of people that really appreciate it, and that's not bad. That's not bad.
And then what made me realize the song was really big is like no disrespect to like our Ghanaian artists, or like they, when they go out of Ghana, like it's hard for them to get recognized and all that. But I was surprised, like I went to like places that I didn't expect people to even know who I was, know my music, and it was different.
Let's get personal a bit. You didn't start off out of Ghana. You started in Ghana.
Yeah, I started in Ghana.
What took you out of the country? Because I heard you went to University of Ghana.
Yeah. I mean, part of my family live up there, so after my national service, I just felt like I needed a new environment to explore. And then God being so good, like when I went out there, like I was able to get access to things that will elevate my sound and have peace of mind. Like get more creative and get exposed to other stuff. Even though like I don't step out, I would have fast internet to check out a lot of stuff, watch tutorials, classes online. And
so you are self-taught?
Yeah. Wow. Everything I do.
Wow.
Self-taught, from making beats, from playing the piano, the drums, the guitar,
even the instruments.
Yeah.
At what age do you start? Or at what point in your life do you start?
I think, around like the latter part of my primary school, getting into junior high, I would actually, like that white fighter gown. Yeah. So I would make holes in them, and then the bicycle brakes. It has this metal. Yeah, I'll pick the metals out, put stick in it, and then like make strings on it.
Wow.
Try to play guitar with it, and then I had this neighbor who was playing like he would play South African music, he would play jazz music, and every single morning before he goes to work, he was always playing music. So I would like make time, sit right in front of his stairs, and then listen to the kind of music he was doing.
So this neighbor had a huge influence.
Yeah, he did. And then like fast track in church, like I would watch guys play, and then the funny thing is the guys I had around me were like very good at playing the instruments. Like I would say like I was the least
qualified.
Yeah, all of them like were very
pros.
skilled. Yeah, they were very skilled. So I would watch from afar, and then maybe after church service or whatever, like I'll just go and mess with the drum or like mess with the piano and all that. So it got to a point, and then they were close friends of mine. We are still cool. So I was like, you know what? For me, I don't like to compete with people, so I would rather toe a lane where like nobody is. Yeah. So they were all like playing live gigs, like they played for like some of the top artists and all that, and then I told a different lane. I was like, you know what, you guys, I'm going to make music for you to learn and play. So yeah, that was the whole mindset. And then it was like there was no hard feelings, like it was all fun and all that. So fast forward, I just
with where you are right now, or with your status achieved now, or the success you've achieved now is quite enviable, and it's something to write home about. I mean, you've done so well at where you are right now. But would you say life wouldn't have gotten this way if you stayed in Ghana?
I don't know God's plans, but yeah. Honestly, like looking back at yeah.
Wow. What's it with our creative environment? Is it not enabling enough?
How to even get access to like your interface, your microphone, and then that peace of mind to even sit in your house and create
it's not there.
It's not there because this EP, right? So I was he was in Ghana, and then I was up there. So I sent him the amapiano, right? It was the last song I made on the EP. So I was going to drop the EP on 22nd April, and then that very morning around 10 a.m. that was 3 in Ghana, right? Yeah, 3 or 4 in Ghana. I sent him the era, the orchestra vocals, and I was like, should I add this? Because I already had 4 and I was going to drop on that day. Should I add this or it's okay? And he was like, nah, Adam. So between the hours of 10 and 1, I was done. So I sent it to him. He was like, yo, this is dope. And I was like, yeah, this is what I'm even going to use for the teaser, the promo and everything. So when I dropped the record, like I was just doing my sponsored ad.
Wow. So there were 4 songs on there.
Yeah, 4 songs.
EP.
Yeah.
It was
including Ameno, which is 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So Ameno was the last thing to add.
I made that record on the same day I dropped the EP.
But that didn't have Goya Ameno on it.
No.
Right?
So what happened was it started trending on TikTok and Instagram with the likes of Don Jazzy, DJ KYs, and all those guys making.
I mean, it was even being as an MC in clubs and parties. We use it for bottle service.
Right.
A lot.
Right.
When people are buying bottles and people are buying
so
bottles.
What happened was when the song started moving, because I used the era sample, when people Shazam, it would take them to the original. So it took like some weeks before it started like bringing them to the one I made.
Okay.
So the clubs would settle for the original and then go back and then look for mine and then start playing it in the club.
I mean, you had some issues to clear.
Yeah.
And was it heartbreaking when you woke up one day it wasn't in stores?
I think I saw that coming, so like I was mentally prepared for it, because first of all the record was doing fine, but when the numbers started shooting, I had already I got a temporary license from DistroKid. Okay. That even allowed me to put a record on Apple Music in the first place. So in my head, and then I think I was supposed to be paying $2 a month or for each of the songs. I was like, okay, this is cool. I didn't know, you know. So fast forward, when the song started getting big, it was in the charts, #1 world Shazam, 10 billion views on TikTok. That was when like the labels were like, you need to do a full clearance. You need to do a full clearance for the record, or we take it down. Wow. So I was like, damn. And then they took it down.
Wow.
Because the offer they were bringing like wasn't favorable to me. It was more like, we are interested in the song. There's no conversation like, we are interested in working with you.
Wow.
So it was.
Was that before Sony came in?
Yeah. So Sony came in and then they had a long-term plan. I was like, you know what? It's better to go for the long-term plan than to just think about money today and then nothing
but
happened.
Before Sony came in, you were independent?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Yeah. And so, I mean, just like you said, you were mentally prepared for it to say of the stores. And one would say by then you had a lot of plans for it.
I didn't really have a lot of plans. Honestly, like when people hit me up on social media, yo, bro, where's the song? I can't find it. Like, it was frustrating though. Yeah. But I mean, Sony also came around the same time, so like I kind of had a little bit of hope that things will work out. So like quickly they did their thing and then they put it back up, and then we go back on.
Lately, there's been conversation on signing to labels and certain benefits you get when you're with the labels, and also what you don't get when you're not with them. Even though you be doing well, even though you get your craft up or get your numbers up, you still don't meet up to artists who are label signed or attached to labels. How true is this?
Fairly true.
Fairly true.
Yeah.
Break it down.
It actually depends. So it's like there are people who would want to go solo because they have the fan base already. But doing it by yourself is kind of hard, and you need these people at some point.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you need them at some point because getting playlisting on Apple Music, Spotify is a headache.
It's hard,
and they can actually get it for you easily. So for me, I would rather make a 50% of $1 million than try to make 100% of $500.
Wow. Now you're with Akon.
Yeah.
And you're the first African artist signed?
I don't know much about that. Maybe because the other guys he had a deal with, it was not like a label.
Yeah.
It was more of a partnership, and then he was trying to help them.
But yours is a signing.
Yeah, yes. So he is taking over my management. So the Sony is like handling my distribution and stuff. But then my day-to-day activities, like my plugs, my like my connects and all that, my image and all that. That is
Konvict.
That is Konvict.
How did you get in connection with Akon?
So I was booked for this Jollof Festival in ATL, and then it was like thousands of people, and then I went to perform. So what I do is I DJ my records, and there's a different way I do it. Like I make original beats to already existing records, like I did with Ameno, and then even if people hear it for the first time, they are able to relate. So on that night, I killed the show, and then he happened to be the producer of the event.
Wow.
So fast forward, he invited me after the event. He invited me to his club. He owns a club in ATL.
Okay.
Went to the club and we just chilled. We just talked. He asked me to come to the house the next day. Went to the house. He introduced me to his family, a few people, and then he made some calls and he was like, "Yo, I've got this monster. Like, you guys are not ready." You know, that kind of vibe. And then he introduced me to Timmy. We vibed, and then it's the same day, like, we went to the studio to record the record that came out a few weeks ago. And yeah, since then it's been more of like a brother, like an elder brother and then a younger brother relationship. He would come to my house, we record. He lives around like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. His family comes to my house, like, so it was more like very organic. Before even the deal came in, he was already working on things. He was already doing things for me before we even
signed it.
Yeah, we even.
Wow. So before that, you guys had created.
It was very organic. Like, it was very organic.
Was that a dream come true for you?
Yeah, honestly, because growing up, these are the people I looked up to. This is my guy, Mega. He's a musician too.
Nice.
And then we started like way back. Yeah. And I would try to play like the piano, like Akon's chord progressions, and then make hooks like Akon, record, and then he would do the rap and stuff, you know. So it's like, this is somebody we idolized. Like, we used to listen to his music with that MP3. You'd put one piece in his ear.
Pen drive type.
Yeah, and I'll put, and so DJ Khaled, Akon, and all these guys, they were like people I really looked up to.
Wow. And so now here you are sitting on the table with them,
and
face to face.
And he's even connecting me to all these guys. Like, we've worked on projects that are not even out. I'm not loud on social media and all that, but I would rather want people to see what I'm working on. So
it's keeping a low profile part of the plan, or that's just who you are?
Yeah, it's just who I am. Even when the song, I never been to the club until the song got big. The first time I went to the club was February 6th or something, when the owner of East Tantra in Accra, like, he was like, "No, I want to host a party for you."
Wait, you hadn't been to a club?
I didn't even hear the song in like huge speakers.
No,
like,
are we being for real?
He's here.
You hadn't been to a club all your life, even in the university.
Like, I would always want to stay in my in my closet. Like, I would rather lay in bed, listen to something, like, grab motivations. And up to now, if I'm stepping out to the club, then it means maybe I'm getting paid or something. But I don't just get up.
So first time in the club was last year?
This is 2022, right? Yeah, this year.
Not even last year.
No.
So Christmas, when your song was making waves.
I was just watching on the phone, smiling.
Your song was big in the clouds, but you're just looking at it on your phone.
I would be on the phone with them and be like, "Yo, this shit is going crazy."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And how's the experience getting into the club for the first time? Boy, it might have felt chaotic.
I mean, it did, but then, like, how the record sounded, I was like, damn, like, this is a monster. Like, and then, like, the atmosphere and then people's reaction, I was like, yo, this is real. Yeah. First, I was just, you just watch on your phone and then watch people vibe to it, tag you and all that, then I'll repost. But actually experiencing it myself, like, it was like a movie.
What would you say was the major escalator of the success of
the record?
The record.
So I was tracking the record. The progress of the record. So what worked for the record was the sponsored ads, because I directed all my sponsored ads to Nigeria and South Africa.
Wow.
and then at some point I added Ghana to the list. So everything was like moving.
So you didn't prioritize Ghana in the beginning?
It got to a point I felt they don't relate to my music, so I wouldn't force it on them. I would rather make music with who
loves your music.
Yeah. So I'm not saying they don't, like that's how I felt. So I did my thing, and then it started picking. I think around September, October, every weekend, like from Thursday to Sunday, I'll get like 5,000 Shazams like, and then it started increasing to 10K Shazam. And then that was when I called my guy. I was like, nah, the song is picking. And then fast forward, ending of November, the TikTok numbers started increasing. So it didn't even start picking up on TikTok. It started on Instagram and then went straight to TikTok, and then the numbers started doubling. Like as I'm talking now, like I have like over 8 million Shazams.
Wow.
And still counting.
Combined streams? Do you have a number?
Combined streams should be more than should be almost like 500 million.
500 million.
Yeah.
On all platforms.
Yes.
That's huge. Yeah. That's huge. To refresh your minds, those of you who do not know who I'm speaking to, in case you just tuned in, I'm talking to Nektunez, Ghanaian DJ, producer, and I'm right to say performing artist because you perform as a DJ too. Yeah, and he signed to Konvict Music, Akon's Konvict Music. Yeah, and also by me as my brother Mario G. Well, let's listen to the song that got him famous. But where did Goya come from?
So like I said, when the song started picking up in clubs in Nigeria, he did his version, and then he reached out and was like, yo, listen to what I did. And when I listened, it made sense. So I told my guys, let's leave it on the platforms and see how well it does.
Okay. So he had done his and it was already out?
Yeah, that was when he reached out to me.
Okay.
And I was like, you listen to what I did. I was like, okay, that's dope. So let's keep it on the platforms and see how well it does.
Nice. Future of the African sound. What are we heading to? Are we heading to having new genres pop up? Are we heading to still having hybrids of our own or old sounds?
I mean, new genres will always pop up, just like out of nowhere. Like amapiano came. I think, drill and all that. 5 years ago, I was sent. I think 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, I was sent amapiano records to my friend and be like, yo, this is a vibe. This might actually pick up. So it's like I was already on this sound years back. So I understood how they go about it and all that. So I can just make an amapiano beat in the twinkle of an eye. So yeah, new genres will come out definitely.
How do you feel about Asaka music? Ever heard Asaka?
Honestly, I haven't
drill.
That's the Ghanaian drill.
Yeah, but I haven't really paid attention to it.
Focused on that.
Yeah, I have. Because honestly,
I'd say apart from.
But I know Black Sherry. Is it part?
No, we're talking City Boy, J Bad, O'Kenneth.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard that?
Yeah, I think I heard it when I came. Yeah, when I came.
So what kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to jazz music a lot. I listen to folk.
Wow. What kind of folk though?
Like there's this alternate sound which has like a little bit of country. I don't know if you've heard of Bon Iver. Not really blues, but it has this alternate country and then soul in it at the same time. Like there's an artist called Bon Iver. Like when you listen to them, you kind of understand. So like they use a lot of guitars and like they use like a lot of weird sounds, weird vocal treatments and all that. So I listen to stuff like that a lot. I listen to EDM music a lot.
Wow.
A lot too. I listen to David Guetta, Kaigo, and those guys. So I spend like 80% of my time listening to other sounds, and then like the 20% is spread. I don't remember the last time I listened to Afrobeats.
Wow. I think you should cast your nets back home a bit. possibly you can do something with that sound, with a emerging Asaka sound, a hip hop.
Yeah, definitely.
But would you ever work on a hip hop project or anything out of amapiano?
Definitely. I even have a jazz EP way before like this song went
jazz.
Back. Yeah, I have a jazz EP on Apple Music.
Wow.
I've done EDM record that I put out. I've actually worked on a record with Stoneboy Remove, which is like a drill.
Yeah, and
then
you did that.
Yeah, and then I did that, and then Medical Disturbation. There was a record which I think the title is Shine or something. It was more like of a like hip hop, Kanye type hip. So like I do anything musical.
Okay.
I do anything musical. It just happens that like the amapiano one pick up but anything musical.
But now you're mostly out of Ghana, right?
Yeah, I live in Italy.
Okay, but how do you intend to make your sound crossover back home while you're away? Is there a promotion team set up for you?
Yeah, so actually working on that because I can never forget where I come from. So that is what we are working on right now to make my presence known in Ghana, and
keep it going from there.
Keep it going from here.
Man, you have a new one with Rotimi,
right?
Label mate. No, he's on Empire, right?
Yeah, he's on Empire.
Yeah, he's on Empire. And what's the relationship with you and him?
I mean, it's organic, very organic. It's more of like a brotherhood. We went to Nigeria together, shoot a video.
Okay.
TG Omori shot it. It will be out like in a week or two.
Okay.
We talk like almost every day. Like we push the record together.
Talking about brotherhood, in Ghana, I know you've worked with Kamido a lot. Apart from Kamido, do you have any Ghanaian artists you call a close friend, a brother? Do you have anyone like that apart from Kamido?
Yeah, like my guys I mentioned earlier. Yeah, they are. And then I Walasi and I we talk like not too often, but like we talk once in a while. But I haven't really like got close to the main guys.
Have any of them reached out to you apart from Stoneboy and Medical?
Yeah, I've worked with Shatta. That was like 2016 or 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, 14.
Was that before you left Ghana?
Yeah, that was before I left Ghana.
What song was that?
Stop Talk.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then some of Medical's projects, like I would co-produce, but around that time, like I was just making it for the love, for the love of it. Yeah, I co-produced that record, Too Risky, with Uncle B.
Whoa. Yeah. You co-produced Too Risky.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it was like me working on things like low key, and then I never cared about the name until like I went out. I was like, nah, let me do this thing.
Would you say being low key or low profile, not being too loud, both on social media or even out there, does it have some negative effect on your craft?
Not on my craft.
Okay.
No.
Or your personality?
Maybe for me, like I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay.
But then maybe people viewing it from a business perspective will be like, you need to put your face out there. That's when like you gain value. That's when like the endorsements and stuff come. So from a business perspective, there's a negative. Okay. So I'm actually like coming out of my shell. Like on a normal day, I wouldn't even care for interviews. I wouldn't care for anything. Like when I step out, I even don't want people to know like it's me, like that kind of vibe. It's like I'm okay. Like,
wow, you don't want nobody to know this is Nektunez.
Yeah, but I like it when my work like goes far. Like that is what brings me joy. Like for me to be able to like take care of the people around me, my family and all that, like then I'm good. But for like, hey, Nektunez, that kind of like it's too much for me.
Wow. How lucrative has it been for you?
I mean,
music.
Yeah, God being so good, like with the numbers, and then the offers that came, and yesterday's price is not that kind of vibe. So it's like now, like you're working on the production, and first maybe you used to take $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, but now like per production we are talking 10s, 20s, 30s.
Man, what would it take? Say I want Mario G to work with you. What would it take for an artist to work with?
Now for me, like I actually like work with energy. Once the energy like picks, it doesn't matter.
So you don't care their ratings.
No,
ratings
no. I don't look at that.
Wow.
Nah, no, not at all. It's more of the talent for me. I would rather work with people that I feel happy working with than maybe just work with people for the name they have. You know, that.
Okay.
So
wow. And so then after that money comes, right? The business.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Make You Say, Nektunez and Rotimi. From Nektunez and Rotimi, Make You Say.
Yeah.
What inspired the song though?
So we were in the studio and then he was like, I want us to make something which is like more of my R&B lane, but a touch of Afro and then my style.
Okay.
So I grabbed the guitar and then I was like, I started playing this chord. Dun, 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 dun. So when I started, he was like, he also started making his hook and then he was like, you don't need nobody. So that was when, so we got the melody, we agreed on the melody, we agreed on the you don't need nobody. Then I started laying the drums and then we just put everything together and then fast forward, we wrote it. So Akon was in the studio as well, so like he co-wrote the record as well.
Oh, Akon co-wrote.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he co-wrote this one. So it was me, Rotimi, Akon who worked on this.
Nice. You also have another one, Believe.
Yeah, so that was on the amapiano and so EP. Yeah.
That was wild. So all the songs on there are like this.
Yeah, I did No Woman No Cry. I did In the Air Tonight.
Whoa.
By Phil Collins.
That must be expensive to do.
Yeah. So what happened was when the EP got big, all the labels came.
Yeah.
They came to pull down all the records. So Believe was gone. I did Enya. So the Enya record actually went viral. Like it went viral on TikTok. Another Nigerian picked it up and then he did a version on it. Run This Town. They still played in the club.
Wow.
So like that also went big and then in a period of 7 days it had like 257 TikTok videos. Wow. That's how fast it was growing. And then they took that one also down.
Whoa.
But I didn't have the energy to like
go
follow
back and
up on
forth for it.
like Believe, In the Air. So I was just like, you know, it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then it comes right that you have these two big wigs behind you.
Yes. So now like I know how to move proper. Like everything I have with a sample in it is cleared before it comes out. It's cheaper when you clear before it comes out. When you don't clear and it gets big, that's when like the money.
While producing this, were you having a mindset of a DJ?
Yeah, I always wanted to be like David Guetta when it comes to like performing my records. I wouldn't hold mic and then perform it. So I would rather want people to see how creative I am. So I put my creative stuff together and then perform it to the world to see. So yeah, I had that mindset of mounting on like big stages, festivals, and then just perform my songs.
So this project had festivals in mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you mounted any festival stage yet?
Yeah, that was the one I did. Yeah, the Jollof Festival. It was huge. It was held at the Piedmont Park in ATL. So it was more of white people, Black Americans, and Africans. And then the last one I did recently before coming here was in Canada.
Okay.
So I headlined that one. It was an indoor beach festival. So like it has this big water body in there, and then people came and it was like a movie.
Massive.
I headlined that show and then people turned out.
How do you feel when you do all these and we're not reporting it down here?
But I mean, my thing is, it's not a good feeling because you guys, we complain our people are not doing well in the music scene. Then now you have people who are actually like taking this thing international. Like the first, I don't think any Ghanaian has 10 billion views on TikTok with his record. The record was number 1 on world digital sales for like, was it 7 or 12 weeks? I don't know. It was it debuted number 7 on Billboard Afrobeat charts in the US. It was number 1 in 22 countries on Apple Music, and like so many records that like no song in Ghana even broke, but nobody's talking about it. But it's cool. I mean, at the end of the day,
would you say it's PR on your side not going well?
Should it be PR all the time? I mean, if you have
to an extent, sometimes,
because I'd really have people come to my DM. Some of the top guys come to my DM and be like, congratulations. So if you can come to my DM and congratulate me, we can talk about it.
Well, we can have. My argument has always been, we can have few of us doing what you want, and not all of us doing what you want, or what's expected.
Definitely.
Because sometimes we also have to consider the focus of individual media houses, personalities as well.
Right.
Some people may be out of touch. Some people may have different focus. What if there's a way to reach out? I mean, I was so glad when your team reached out to me. I was like, yeah, I've been wanting this for a long time, because you've done a lot that needs to be heard and said, and so I feel sometimes at your end to you reach out and that'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's
reach out to those whom you feel will welcome you.
No problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a learning curve, so.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's been an interesting conversation with you, but are you looking forward to, putting some artists on in Ghana, creating a clinic, making DJing clinic and that?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm in talks with this brand called Leshego.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to have like this production session with like upcoming producers, musicians, and where like we sit down and talk, and then like we share ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's next for Nektunez? The year is almost over.
Yeah, the year is almost. But next year is going to be a good one, because like I have a lot of big collabs. My next official projects coming out. I've got joint EP with. I mean, when they come out, you're going to see the names. Yeah. So they should expect a lot from me. And then the name is Nektunez, Nektunez. If you want to follow, you can follow me on Instagram. The same name, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and what again? TikTok. It's the same name. So like, let's connect.
Nektunez on all social.
Yeah, on all social. Nektunez. Let's connect. Follow the journey. It's going to be a very big one. Like,
great. I mean, I'm looking forward to have another conversation with you.
Definitely.
And whether it's in studio or out of the studio,
100%.
I'm down for that. Because there's a lot to be said. I mean, we're having 26 minutes out of our time,
right? And we're still talking.
We're still talking. I hope you were listening to Mario and general impressions of him.
Dope stuff. Yeah, I love what I heard so far.
I'm with you for me. Mario, anything you want to tell Nektunez?
Oh yeah, bro, big up. I never knew. Honestly, I thought you was Nigerian too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I follow your stuff. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I thought he was Nigerian till today, and I'm really impressed with the Amino tune. It's big, bro. You got dope stuff. I love the new tunes that I heard today. Just keep the fire burning.
But before we go, just let's boogie.
Yeah, catchy hook. Yeah, the beat is nice.
You like it?
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Amapiano's gained some deep roots in Ghana.
Yeah, it is.
Is it because of sound similarities that they have?
I don't know. It's like Amapiano is calm, but at the same time it's hot.
True.
So you can listen to it like in your chill time and then feel like relaxed. But when you hear them banging in speakers, you'll be like, so it has this two-face that I think. And then the good thing about it is it has like very good musical roots, blues, jazz. Like you can anything to it because it's an infusion of house music, electronic music, and all that. So I think like amapiano is here to stay. Honestly,
wow. You don't believe in what people say, just like other rhythms came, other genres came.
Nah, like I said, like it has a lot of roots that like you can make a whole lot from it. Like with mine, it has a lot of pop fusion and electronic fusion. Someone else can like do another version, but it's still amapiano.
So there's always a twist to amapiano.
Yeah, definitely.
And that could make it stay for a long time.
Yeah, and it has this hip hop vibe. I don't know if you've heard Costa teach Big Flexer.
No.
Big Flexer, yeah.
No. It's more like hip hop. It has a hip hop vibe to it, so you can actually lift trap, like indigenous trap or indigenous like hip hop instrumentation, melodies, and then put it on the amapiano beat, and it will still sound dope. And then that's what the rappers do a lot. Like rappers. So it creates room for rappers, creates room for singers. Yeah.
So it's universal.
100%.
Wow. Nektunez, thank you for coming.
Yeah, and thank you for having me, Pure FM. Like I really appreciate it.
Word out to Kumasi peeps and people who are also going to be watching us live on my YouTube channel, and say something to them.
Want to say love you all. Connect with me, keep streaming my music, and then let's grow together. Yeah.
But Alenda is an event for you tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Yeah, at the basement.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a club appearance, so I'll be live at the basement tomorrow. So like pull up your numbers.
All right, so tomorrow pull up at the basement bar and lounge for Nektunez. I mean, connect with him, get familiar. I mean, you're that open, right? People can come through.
100%.
Let's have some good fun tomorrow.
No ego.
No ego. Mario.
Yeah, bro.
So tapping out.
Yeah, so I'd like to appreciate you, bro, for having me. I had a nice time here. I appreciate everybody that's been screaming my music. Connect with me on all my socials, Mario G11. Let's, interact, keep streaming my tracks. I got Daddy's Boy, I got Drip Season EP, and I got the intro freestyle. So, yeah.
Nice one. G Lingo. Shouts to Wale though, and big one going out to DJ Andy for coming through on a holiday. I appreciate you, and also to God Lloyd, the folks in the back room, to Patrick, Augustine, Lena K, and Bismarck Ejari. Together, we brought you the holiday edition of the Pure Drive. I'm back on your radio on Monday with Monday Motivation edition of the Pure Drive. Thank you very much. My name is Kojo Sebor, and as always, I tell you, instead of counting your storms, count your rainbows. Tomorrow is present a brighter and better opportunity. Keep hope alive. Don't give up. Signing out with this one. What's me and Nektunez make you say?